Hey there, trumpets! I hope that you guys are doing really well and having a good week. Welcome to your newest lesson video. Today, we're going to do the same normal lesson, but I decided that, we need to do more review stuff overall. I think for some of you, you're probably thinking that these videos are going a little too slow. Some of you are thinking these videos are going too fast, and some are hopefully thinking that they're going the right speed and you feel good about them. But as we get further in the book, the music starts getting a little more difficult, obviously, and I just don't want to go too far too fast, right? Because as we get further in the book, it's doing more and more stuff and teaching more concepts and more things. So it's really important for us to make sure that we're really solid with the stuff that we've already learned and that we've been doing. So I'm going to start incorporating more review stuff in these videos just to check how you're doing. And it's like, I'll do some reviews with notes, with rhythms, and then we'll do an extra review song, and then, take a baby step forward. We're going to continue to do a new song in each lesson video, but I just don't want to go too fast because I want to make sure that we're really solid and we're locking in really well with the stuff that we've already been working on, all right? So, let's get started. So first thing, buzzing. Let's hear it. Good, do some tonguing. Awesome. All right. Great. So we have been learning those new two notes. So the F and the G, right? So now we have incorporated that into our warm-up. So it is no longer that 3-note scale. It is a 5-note scale, right? So we're going to use our whole note, and we're going to play our 5-note scale using whole notes, 4 beats for each note, from our low C all the way up to our G, and then back down to our C. All right? Hopefully, we're feeling good about these notes. Let's give it a try. So, everyone play your first note with me, that low C. Awesome. And hopefully everybody's valves are working okay. Please email me if you need valve oil and you don't have any in your case. Email me because I want to send you some if you don't have any. All right. Valves, you only have to oil them when, they're sticking and when they feel like they need to be oiled. All right. Normally it's like every other week. It depends on how much you're playing your trumpet. Every 3 weeks, every week, even if you're playing it a lot. All right. So when they start sticking, that's when you oil them. All right. But remember, if then all of a sudden after you've oiled your valves, you put them back in and you can't get any sound, if you are trying to even blow air and no air is coming out, it means one of your valves is wrong. You got to go back through and check them. Just unscrew them and make sure that they're back in correctly. All right? I know a lot of you have figured that out and you've fixed it. So great job fixing those problems. You guys are doing awesome. All right. Don't forget, we also should be emptying at the end of every lesson. We should be emptying our water key. All right? Go find the garbage. Put newspaper under you. Find a good spot to empty it that your parents won't be upset about, right? Don't just randomly empty it on the floor. Find a good spot. I like to use newspaper or the garbage, all right? Awesome. When you're in school in the band room, you can just empty it on the floor there because that's a band floor, right? But at home, people aren't going to want it. All right, here we go. Let's do our 5-note scale starting on our low C with whole notes. 1, 2, ready, and... Good. How's that high G feeling? All right, make sure nice firm corners. We're using really fast air, all right, to get that high G to come out, all right? keep working on it. You're going to build those muscles, and it's going to get easier to play as you work on it. All right, let's do our 5-note scale again, except now we're going to tongue each note 4 times. So 4 quarter notes for each note of the scale. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and... Awesome. All right, let's do some review. Here we go. So, I'm going to show you the note. Tell me what it's called. What is this? That is a whole note, and how many beats does it get? 4. All right, what is this? It is a half note, and it gets how many beats? 2. All right, what is this? Or sometimes it looks like this. That is a quarter note, and how many beats does that get? 1. All right, let's see how we do with these ones. What is this? Does it look like a hat or a hole in the ground? It looks like a hat, so it is a half rest, and how many beats does that get? 2, and this one is a whole rest, and how many beats does that get? 4. All right, one more. What is this? It is a quarter rest, and how many beats does that get? 1. All right, awesome. Hopefully you said those before I gave you the answer. All right, let's do some notes now. So, I have flashcards that eventually I will give you all. I'll give them to you next year. Flashcards for trumpet. But they're all at school. So, I have notes on my phone that I'm going to show you, and you're going to tell me the name of them. What is that? That is so it's underneath the musical staff and has a line through it. So that is a C, right? Whenever you see that, it's the C. And then this one is a D, right? Because it sits right underneath that 5 lines of the staff. Good. This one is a E, right? Because the E is going to be on that bottom line of the musical staff, that bottom line. So if you think of the names of the lines of the staff, they are every good bird does fly. At least that's the ones that I like to use that one. You can say anything. Every good boy does fine. Whatever helps you. But that's the one I like. Every good bird does fly. So that's the bottom line. E. Just remember that one's the E. Okay, what is this one? That is one of our new notes. Every good. That is a G, right? Every good. I'm not sure if F's on here. Oh, no. All right, well, we'll have to make do with just those 4. Okay, so I'm going to quiz you today on those 4. Next time I'll add in that 4th one. I forgot that wasn't on here yet. Okay, ready? What is this? It is a C. What is this? E. What is this? G. What is this? D. How about this? C. E. G. D. E. C. D. G. E. And C. All right. Hopefully you got those before I said them. Keep practicing them. We're going to keep practicing those in these videos just to review all those notes to make sure we're really solid on those names, because that makes a huge difference in playing our instrument, making sure we know what the notes are on the page and what they mean, because we're learning how to read music, all right? It's not easy. All right, cool, guys. Now let's do some review songs. Why don't we play 1.24, Down by the Station? I know you played that one last week. Let's play it again. All right, but you've been working on it, so let's play straight through it. Here we go. Play this with me. Down by the station. Remember the breath mark. It looks like a little comma. All right, and anytime you see that over the line of music or the staff, that's when you breathe. Here we go. Down by the station. 1, 2, ready, and... breathe. Breathe. Awesome. Hopefully that was easy, no problem, because you've probably been practicing that one. Remember, if these review ones ever aren't very comfortable yet, or you're like, I didn't really work on it that much, it's okay. Just go back to last week's video, focus on that one and the next one, all right, and work on those first. Okay, let's do the next one. 1.25, some folks do. Hopefully you already written in those things that it was missing. If not, pause the video, write them in right now. Let's play straight through this one because this is also a review song. 1, 2, so we're starting on E, right? Fingers on first and second valve for the E. Play the E and hold it. Good, hopefully we're on the same note. Be ready, we're going to add those G's in, right? Be ready for the higher notes. 1, 2, beginning, and... Awesome. Cool. Hopefully you played that with me. All right, let's do our new song now. Number 1.26. Scaling the Wall, it is called. 1.26. Okay, so it says there, work with another student to learn this piece. Well, that's kind of hard to do right now, so you don't really have to worry about that. If you ever want to call up a friend that's also in band, like you can video call them and play through these songs with them. Just so you know, different instruments are on different songs and they're on different parts of the book, but you definitely could you could ask them where they are in the book, and even if it means, going back and playing hot cross buns together or something, that'd be awesome. That'd be fun to do, right? All right, so take a look at 1.26, Scaling the Wall. This has in it a pattern of notes that we've been using a lot. I want you to look at this song and see if you can figure out what it's got in it. So it starts with the C, right? And then it steps up to the D, steps up to the E, steps up to the F, steps up to the G, and then plays G again, and then G again. And then what does it do? It steps back down again, right? What is that called? When you go from your C to the G and then back down to the C, that is your 5-note scale. There it is in this song. Remember, these scales that we're learning are everywhere in our music. And once we get used to recognizing them and seeing them, it's going to help us play these songs way easier. So now that we know that's just this 5-note scale, it makes it way easier to play, right? Okay, so it's got some boxes, like empty squares above some notes. That's a place where you can take a pencil and you can write the name of that note over top of it, okay, in the box. But you're only allowed to write the notes that have boxes to write in. You can't just write every note. So here's the thing. If you write every single note down, you're not going to learn how to read music. You're going to learn how to read your handwriting over the notes, which you already know how to do. So don't write every single note down ever, because it doesn't help you. It just makes it so you're not reading the music. So only when there's those squares that are empty over the notes, that's when you can write it down. So you can take your pencil, write in those few notes that have boxes over them. And that's okay, because that's just reviewing those notes like we were just doing. All right, let's airband it and then let's play it. I'm just going to say the first measure with you, and I want you to say the rest by yourself. Here we go. Practice your fingerings from the beginning to Ready, and C, D, E, F, G, G. You say it. 2, 3, 4. What is at the end of this song? With the 2 dots, it's called a repeat sign. So you're going to get to the end and you're going to repeat back. That's why there's a comma or a breath mark at the very end of the song, right? Because it's reminding you, breathe, because then you have to go back and play the whole thing again. All right, we're going to play this whole song and make sure we take that repeat, making sure we're tonguing every single note. Can you guys make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, feet flat on the ground, back straight? All right, check your posture and your grip. Make sure your left hand is holding the trumpet. This is my left hand right here. My right hand, thumb in between right here. Fingers on the valves. 1, 2, 3. Pinky rests on top of that ring, right? Remember, don't put your pinky in. Rest it right on top. Nice curved fingers right here. Kind of like you're holding a baseball. Curve those fingers. Good. So the fingertips are on that trumpet, on those valves. All right? Here we go. Scaling the wall from the beginning all the way through with the repeat. 1, 2, tongue the notes, and... Awesome. Cool. All right, guys, that's all the time we have for today. But I want you to make sure you're practicing that one, 1.26. I also want you to go back and review some of those other ones to make sure that they're super solid, making sure you're reading the notes always and your rhythms and you're playing it correctly, and making sure you always have a steady beat as you play. All right? Don't just play it randomly and count and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, like changing your beat for each measure. We don't want to do that. Keep it steady, keep it even, make sure you're playing the right notes with the right fingerings. At the end of every time you practice, find a place to empty your water key. I'm going to stop the video and go empty my water key. All right, guys, have a great week. I'll see you next time. Bye.